We've been separated for a year, but we see each other a lot and we spend time as a family together a lot. And I had asked him many times, are you seeing somebody? And he said, no, no, no. I kept saying no. And I have a boyfriend that I've been seeing. So it's not like I think he shouldn't. Don't get me wrong. This isn't about that.
2 seconds later.
And I think the hard part is that because I'd been with him for so long, since I was 18, for him to be in a relationship where he is in one, and you can't figure it out in your mind. And then it felt like he had died. And I kept getting this sick feeling like he was gone and dead. And I almost wished he was dead.
Whoa, 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 hey, 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 hey.
Because I felt humiliated, embarrassed, stupid, old, ugly, because I think she's like 30, and like typical, right? And I honestly, I've been in shock for 4 days. And he's like, well, get over it, you do it. And it's like, you have no, what? This is traumatizing.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we have an episode about divorce regret. So without further ado, guys, let's get started and let's see what these women are unhappy about. Even though they got what they wanted, right? So let's get started.
Good evening, ladies. Okay, I'm just going to go for this and we'll see how it goes. So the last few days have been super traumatizing for me. My own fault. It's always my fault. But anyway, I didn't know, well, I guess I did know, but that I would have this really strong reaction physically, trauma reaction, to finding out that my estranged husband has been having a new relationship. Now, I'm not saying that he shouldn't. We've been separated for a year, but we see each other a lot and we spend time as a family together a lot. And I had asked him many times, are you seeing somebody? And he said, no, no, no. I kept saying no. And then he'd take me to dinner and we'd have a nice chat. And I have a boyfriend that I've been seeing. So it's not like I think he shouldn't. Don't get me wrong. This isn't about that. But what happened was because he did.
Is this the literal definition of wanting to have your cake and eat it too? Or if she has a boyfriend, that's okay. But her husband having another girlfriend or whatever just doesn't fly with us, right? It doesn't sit okay with us. Why? Well, because we want to keep our options open. We've moved on from our ex-husband. We have divorced him, but we still want him around to take us on dates, which of course he pays, guys. This is not a 50-50 situation. And we also want to keep him there for the attention. Even though we've moved on, we just, hey, it's free attention, right?
Don't get me wrong. This isn't about that. But what happened was because he didn't tell me, I felt safe around him still, like in the way that he still loved me. So he invited me to go on a trip with him and the girls, and I said yes.
Before we continue with the trip with the girls, notice how this man loving her is still an asset to this woman. Why, would you ask, right? You have moved on, you have divorced him. You supposedly divorced him because you don't want his love anymore, right? But now you mentioned that you still feel safe that way. It's like some women, guys, most of them, to be honest, are so opportunistic. They will take whatever they can get. And this is why, as a man, you should not be giving things out for free, alright? I don't know why in the hell this man is still going on dates which he pays with his ex-wife. Especially when he has another girlfriend, right? I just don't get it.
He bought this big boat for his business, and so we went and got on this boat. But I said yes because I didn't want, you know, you have this feeling when you first get separated that you can't imagine your husband and your children having a great time without you. or with a new woman. And I was like, okay, I don't know whether I should go or not. Like, I don't want him to think something, and I don't. But then my daughter said, well, he's not going to ask you again, so you should come. And I don't know why she said that, but I do now. So I went. And then when I was there, I found out, because he kept texting and texting, and I just was like, what's going on? And anyway, I found out through some very horrific texts, my fault, that not only was he having a relationship, but they're totally involved in saying, I love you and blah, blah, blah. And I had this physical trauma. Like, I went off the fucking rails. It was terrible. And,
Jeez, guys, what a trauma. I mean, the wars happening in the world, the children passing away from famine, they're nothing compared to this woman's trauma from seeing some hearts and emojis on her ex-husband's phone. This is pathetic, guys. Not only do I not understand the man paying for her dates, not only do I not understand her caring about the husband she left, what I don't get is the guy who she's currently seeing. Can you picture dating this woman and you find this TikTok about her rambling for 5 minutes about how she misses her ex and how she is extremely traumatized and hurt by the text that she found out? This video is wrong on so many levels, but let's continue, guys.
I was physically ill, and there's a link.
Wow,
they did a
physically
study
ill.
at Johns Hopkins. It's called stress cardiomyopathy, which happens, and it's also called broken heart syndrome, and nobody really takes offense to that because it's what it is. And there's also studies of people that die 88 minutes apart, like the couple in Pennsylvania in 2012. They'd been together their whole lives, 57 years or something, and they died 88 minutes apart because they just couldn't live without the other person. And I think the hard part is that because I'd been with him for so long, since I was 18, for him to be in a relationship where he is in one, and you can't figure it out in your mind. And then it felt like he had died. And
I'm literally holding in my laughter. This woman is falling apart, guys. She's gonna break apart. She's gonna break into pieces. Her heart is shattered about that man who she divorced a few months back, right? I don't know when she divorced him, but the facts we know is she divorced him. She initiated the divorce. She got with another dude. And now it's a problem that her ex-husband, who she's been estranged from 1 year ago, I remember she mentioned, has found someone else. I just don't get it, guys. And she's crying over here. Bravo, really good theatrical performance. You know, if I have to say 10 out of 10.
I kept getting this sick feeling like he was gone and dead. And I almost wished he was dead. Because it was so shitty of him not to tell me and take me out there so that I'm trapped on a boat with him and his girlfriend on the phone. And then I find out she's at his house, and it's like everything in that house is mine, like that we got when we were married. And that she's been sleeping there. I had no idea. None. And I just feel like that was a bad way for me to find out. I wish I'd had more gradual way to get to it, because I felt humiliated, embarrassed, stupid, old, ugly, because I think she's like 30, and like typical, right?
And jealous, right? Got to mention. Guys, she mentions, oh, this was a bad way to find out. What do you bet? That this man found out about his wife initiating the divorce 2 days before it happened? What do you bet, all right? That this man had no clue that this woman will leave him like this.
And I honestly, I've been in shock for 4 days. And he's like, well, get over it. You do it. And it's like, you have no, what? This is trauma.
You know, what? Like, how can you do the same thing that I did to you? You know, how dare you? You're not allowed to do that. Like, guys, this woman really, you know, guys, let's just finish this thing.
Traumatizing. And I just acted so badly and did all the things you're not supposed to do. And I have blocked him, and I'm not, he's like, let's be friends. I'm like, I'm gonna be fucking friends with you. Not now, not right now. And then I find out, I'm like, did she come here with you when you were looking at this boat? No. Well, of course she was there for 3 weeks. They spent like 20 grand there, at least, when he couldn't give me any spousal support. Which, we'll talk about red flags. Like, these were from the minute I met him. And I just loved him so much and didn't think anything. Like, I can't see my relationship from the outside. Anybody else can see it and say to me, are you crazy? You've been on this horrific, traumatic roller coaster since you met the guy. Everything's a crisis. Everything's a financial shenanigan. Everything's a trauma. It's turned into this cycle of trauma over and over.
Guys, financial shenanigan. I mean, this guy is obviously quite rich. He spent 20 grand in whatever short period of time. He owns a boat. This is a rich guy, right? And didn't give you any marital support. Like, what does that mean? I don't think that he made you pay the bills or live in a separate apartment. I mean, obviously, guys, this woman married him and immediately got the lifestyle that he enjoyed. So what marital support do you want? And why do you feel entitled to more money than... I can assure you, he was paying the bills, all right? It's not her, guys. This was not a 50-50. He was paying the bills. What support do you need more? And I can assure you that in the divorce, she got a lot of things from him, right? We can only assume. It's what happens in most of the cases. And this woman looks like the kind, you know, that kind that is keen on taking the most she can. Like, what else do you want?
Over and over and over. And both of us get this huge dopamine rush from the trauma, and then we go back for more. And he doesn't know how to live without the trauma, because he does it all the time, for business, for everything. And I'm just, I think he likes her. I don't know, but I don't. It's somebody for him right now, and I'm glad that he has someone. I'm not trying to take that from him. And he's not a bad man.
Yeah, we can see.
But it was a...
He's not a bad man, she says, after literally talking for 2 minutes about how he's addicted to anxiety and how bad of a husband he's been from day one. But he's not a bad person, right? And even though I hate his guts and his girlfriend, excuse me, and everything that he does for her, I'm not jealous. Yeah, sure.
A bad thing for me. And I'm coming out of it now, but it's like it brought everything to the front, like all the memories and everything that he used to do for me, he's now doing for someone else. And this is fine. It's normal, but...
This is fine, she says, barely holding her tears back. Notice the anger that she feels when what they used to support her with is now, you know, in a different direction towards a different woman. She just hates it. And my question is, madam, you've moved on. You are with another man. You divorced this man. But she still expects, guys, she still feels entitled to her ex-husband's support. It's so absurd, guys, the level of entitlement that these women have, not only through the marriage, but also after it. And this happens even outside of marriage. Have you had that experience where you like a girl and you're interested in her, and the moment, and she never cares about you, right? But the moment you stop, the moment you move on from her, she goes back to you like, hey, what happened with my attention? Even though I didn't care to reply back or show you any attention for the last 2 years, let's say, or months or whatever, now that you've stopped, oh, wait a minute, now we have a problem, right? This happens so often, and it just speaks about how entitled and narcissistic these women are. And guys, they don't deserve your attention, damn it. These attention seekers right? It's just a void. You cannot fill it. Stop giving these women your attention. Stop giving them your resources. Stop giving them your time, and they don't deserve it. It will never be enough. They will always ask more of you, and you'll get nothing in return, all right? Just stop with these women.
It's not normal, but I think I hadn't really faced that yet, or thought that he would, because I'm ridiculous, but, you know, we always put things aside, don't we? I don't know if anybody will even watch this. It's so long. It's probably really boring too, but I'm going to post it because I had to get it off my chest. Yeah. So these things come up in our divorces, ladies, that you have no way to protect yourself from except to keep your distance. Don't think that you can just stay and be their friend and then it's not going to hurt or you're not going to feel terrible. Even if you have a relationship, it's like the weirdest thing. You've been connected like neurally for so long that it's like a huge death. Anyway, I'm doing okay, but I wish I didn't have to go through this.
Oh, just poor lady, guys. You know, living a rich life, just found another man at the age of what, 50 something, enjoying the money of her ex-husband, and now because she doesn't have to eat her cake and have her cake and eat it too, she makes a 7.5 minute video crying, whining like a toddler, right? Like a little toddler that wants to play with 2 toys at once, and they tell him, no, you can only bring 1. And he starts to whine and throw a little tantrum. Just pathetic, guys. But this video wasn't boring at all, excuse me. It was quite entertaining to see all this entitlement, gentlemen. So I hope you enjoyed it as well. We're gonna close off the video here. This was just one woman, guys. It was enough for today. Alright, no second video. I don't want Ampu to pass away again. Just this one woman, guys. Leave me your thoughts in the comments and I'll be happy to see you next time. Have a good one.